Let's go in the last game for this series. NXP Solid versus EXECRATION. Man, I'm not even surprised about the game 3. Man, that's just how it goes between these two teams. That's just how it is. And here we go.
All right, so they are giving a lot of
maximum control on the mid lane.
I like it. That's how you get to at least level 2 territory. Akai is gonna be helping the jungler. You know, take note, Akai is one of those heroes that actually deal a lot of damage to his jungle creeps.
Yep, and the jungle creeps are going to be surprisingly not touched that much by Chaknu on this Franco.
You can see now, even with just a little bit of moves from NXP Solid, they're leading. This is really the problem with the dual core setup. I always say, early game is really bad.
Yeah.
Unless you are able to like last a long time in the side lanes, and then maybe we'll have a good time.
Yeah, most likely that's the target as well for EXECRATION. Just stay on your lanes. Don't need to invade.
That's right.
You don't need to fight in the early game. All right, guys, let's just try to not die and not give these tanks even more tankiness. Let's not give H2O any reason to go out of the lane. Let's just give them the normal farm, and we should be fine in the late game. That's what they're thinking.
Even now, very scary duo, by the way, from EXECRATION with this Franco as well as the Atlas. But even scarier is this Akai plus the Hilda when it comes to like those little skirmishes in the early stages of the game. That's one thing that EXECRATION needs to respect, I'd say.
Yeah, you don't want to disrespect that Hilda as well, right? It's a tanky hero, but the damage output and the chase potential is real.
Absolutely.
Especially if Yawi gets a lot of stacks on this Hilda.
Yep.
And that's going to be a big problem later on. No ultimate means no lockdown, but Itomax is going to be able to dash on out of there. Most likely going to go down. And looks like Blender is going to be the one to execute that guy. Very easily taken out here.
Blender on point. Just enough damage for that. For EXECRATION, I think that they're
range,
maximum range. I think they're happy with this Ling as well as this one. Has got the Electro Flash. I want to say that Manjin is happier by the days.
Seems to be. Yeah, seems to be. Just how you want to play it. And again, Hate in the battle here is between the experience and the levels and the items of Hate versus H2O. This side lane 1-1 is just there to absorb everything. He's gonna last hit, man. Yep. Absorbing everything until the later parts of the game.
Man,
and don't expect the 1-1 to participate until like 10 minutes, at least 8 minutes.
Some movements now for the Franco in the middle, as well as the Turtle. That's I'd say one of the priorities for both teams.
Yep. Turtle is coming in here soon, but the buffs are just spawning here for EXECRATION, so they will just relegate to Gohan for the buff takes for the meantime. And they'll be fine. But NXP, they want to form that screen, you know, that block, like zone defense eventually. Right away. So,
man, I want to see the matchup between Wineman as well as this. That's okay.
Okay. That's what you should do. That's what Red AJ should keep doing here. Do as much damage as you can, but if you can't kill the 1-1, go back. Don't give any kills to it.
Probably one of those marksmen that can really thrive against the Alice.
And there you go. That's going to be Turtle going over to that Ling. Going to be taken out right away by NXP, and that's going to be a big problem. The problem is, how do you run away from this NXP lineup? The duo that's going on hard. And that's a double. That's a double for H2O.
A total of 3 kills. Make that 4.
Oh my gosh. Seriously.
We did say that NXP Solid, when it comes to the early stages of the game, they have such a strong composition, but man.
But you're going to get massacred if everyone's like going in at one time. Like, that was so bad.
I like the decision from Chaknu to flicker in and just bite down that H2O Roger. Because the idea is you don't want to get the kill, you just want to stop him from popping the retribution.
Benecutie gonna be so low here. 4 people waiting for him, forced to flicker out. Chaknu pulls back Yawi. At least they get 1. I don't think they're gonna get more here, but again, mission was successful somehow for EXECRATION to go for that defense.
The Gillette instant replay of the Turtle. As you can see, Chaknu tried to control the Roger so that the retribution will not be used. However, A wonderful initiation from Akai with that Hurricane Dance paved the way for NXP Solid to just eat up the light life out of Execution, I mean.
Yep, and NXP, they are ahead by 2,000 gold, so they're definitely coming out strong here.
Is that Rapid Boots I'm seeing in the
I think that
Franco?
is Rapid Boots. Yes, I believe so.
Wow.
You want to go for that instant,
Wow.
you know.
Movement speed, man.
Yeah, and he was also...
There it
Oh,
is!
there you go. Finally gets a very good hook in between the minions. And
Oh
the arrow
my
hits
God.
again. Hello, that's a double for E2 Max on that Selena.
Man, I wonder how far Execration can hook their opponents. Like, there is that Ruby. There is that Franco. Whoever gets stunned here by the arrow of Execration.
That's it. That's a
He's
sure hit.
gonna
That's a sure
die.
hook, rather.
And he's gonna die away from his teammates by
For
by
sure.
a mile, I'd say.
I like that we brought up the boots selection, by the way. Franco's boot selection is just that.
Yeah.
Chakno also played boots, the rapid boots on that Atlas, so he really
That's
wants to
right.
go straight for the
It's-
engages.
it's
That's
for
just his
the-
playstyle.
That's just how he is. That's Chaknu.
Yeah.
What's to bully you? It's not about stats or whatever. It's all about just trying to be.
Getting
As-
into the battle right away, getting there first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the kind of guy who always has a meeting. He's always in a hurry. let's
In
say.
a hurry. Yeah.
Doesn't
Looks
work.
like it.
One of the most workaholic guys here in Execration. Perhaps in game, that's Chaknu.
Probably. Definitely showing here as well on the bottom lane. Everyone is brute forcing their way into towers. They're using that tankiness that
Yeah.
they have, right? To really bully the enemy into submission. And that tower cannot be defended at all.
I want to say that, and Execration is trailing by when it comes to gold just because of the fact that this is, again, an early game based lineup from NXP Solid. 100% all the time, the early game based lineups are always winning against these greedy cores. And Execration is down by 1,000, but it doesn't mean that it is telling of what might happen in the next few minutes. I would rather say that the real story will be brought up when we see these arrows flying, these hooks fly. If they
Yeah.
do hit against NXP Solid, Execution will just snowball from there.
They need to hit H2O, basically, all
Yeah.
the time. These
That's right.
arrows, all these hooks, they need to go straight to the Roger, or else that's just going to be the guy who's going to take you down. Because if you don't hit the Roger, the front line is going to overwhelm you. It's their plan is to overrun anyone who tries to go near H2O.
Yeah.
That's why they first picked the Roger. They have a lineup that can go to
That's
the
right.
back line
That's
straight
right.
to your face, and you can't do anything about it because we're so tanky, right? That's the plan of NXP and Execration. They need to play around that.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see how they will adjust, though. As I think that the trend of the game, that NXP Solid is not getting all those pushes yet. This is 3 turrets in 8 minutes. I think that's okay for Execration if they can
That's
defend.
okay. Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder how they can defend, though. I'm looking at their lineup, and there's not much wave clear on their side. That might be the problem for Execration down the line.
Oh, that's true. Again, if you want to clear waves with this lineup, you need items, right? You need items on that.
And you need to get
1-1.
close.
You need to get close. Exactly. Even their marksman is not really that super long range marksman, right? It's sort of a hero that really fights up close as well.
Yeah.
Same with their long range mage.
Yeah.
Here on the Selena, it's not really a long range mage.
And not only that, they are incredibly single target damage dealers.
They need to do things like this, right? They need to go for those single target picks, and it's working very well for Execration. However,
What a
of course,
stun.
NXP goes for the
What
tower
a
straight,
godly stun.
dives in by H2O. Hello there. That lifesteal sustain is nowhere to be matched by NXP,
Oh, man.
and he is still gonna go for it. Lycan pounce on the next target. That's a Gitnu. He can survive, but not for long. MB, what was that? That was out of nowhere. I don't think he should have done that, but all in all, the NXP Solid will still be in the lead here.
That skirmish was brought to you by Rena J.
For sure.
Wonderful stun
Beautiful.
onto the Link, punishing him before even popping that Tempest of Blades. And that damage output from the Roger really spelled the doom for Hate. I wonder what play they tried to achieve with that, but you know, and you saw the result. Rena J really punished Execration from being I'd say that is some bad decision making.
Very, very bad decision making, I would say.
Chakno with the
Here we
flick.
go with the Chakno. Oh my god, Chester. He'll get hooked up, cancelled on that Hurricane Dance, and now the fight is going on. Yowie, everyone's so tanky. And this is what I'm talking about. You can't hit the Roger. They don't mind it.
Already
Oh, look
Jay
at
with
this
the
guy.
dive.
Look at this guy.
Oh
Oh my gosh, was so aggressive. Now it's going to be up to H2O to
What a jump.
pick up the slack here.
Oh, Sagit.
There's the Lycan pounce once more. The lifesteal is real. He's back to full. He takes down Sagitnu as well.
Oh my goodness. That was a heads-up play from Renegade. I think the idea why he went for that dive is to force some mistakes from Execration. And unfortunately, Execration made the mistake afterwards. I would say that the Alice playing like that is calculated, but it was easily punished from Execration.
Very easily punished. I mean, Execration, they know where the orb is gonna land,
Yeah.
right? And they know they can crowd control this guy into oblivion if they want to. Now that you're on the base, so definitely an overextension. And now it's gonna be NXP. They're still playing like they have a pretty big lead, which I guess in the goal they are. But I feel like now Execration feels more confident. What you say?
Chakno looking for this.
Go for that Roger, and these locked in. Chakno does go down though, and the Lord will still go over to NXP. BenQt on the rise here, going still for the back foot. It's the sub in by Chester, dive in. 1000 Pounder not going to be hitting, and H2O, he's low, but he's the one chasing. He still wants to go in. He has that Lycan pounce. He can get his HP back, and they are going to go for the push.
Man, I feel that this is such a big victory from NXP. Solid might be winning it all. What is the respawn timer for the Ling? It's 20 seconds.
Oh,
But
man,
it's going to be
I
up
don't
to
know.
Sagitnu.
It's going to be up for the wave clear here for Execration in the mid lanes. Still going for the chase. Sagitnu pulling everyone in. Chester isolates Sagitnu. At the same time, Renegade gets taken out on the back line. And that's going to be a lot of members going down still for Execration.
Oh, hey.
H2O going to be there on the front. He is full. He is angry. And he wants to go for that tower. And the Lord helped a lot, but I don't think it was too much needed. Push on the bottom lane. They're not done. They still want to go for it. And there's nothing that Execration can do about
They
it.
don't have the wave clear, my man.
They
And we
don't
talked
have it.
about it earlier. Oh, there's the jump.
Oh my god, that's so aggressive. Go for Chakno before he can go for H2O. Who's gonna stop me now? Says H2O. I don't think there's anyone who can do that.
Oh, hey. Not going to make it. Yowie.
BenQt,
Benikuti, this could be. But
that's free people, man. Take care. Woo-hoo. Gets
I was
evaporated.
Gonna say that it could be disastrous, and it did.
It was.
Man, even the you'll need about maybe 6 items compared to 3 items of NXP Solid to do that. You need like 10,000 of gold lead.
You need to have that 5-item 1-1 if you want to do that.
If you want
right?
to do that,
You
man.
want to do that, but he did not. He's nowhere near that.
Yeah.
And they're going to suffer a lot because of it. No one to defend, no one to be the main carry here except for Hate. That's his tower in the mid lane. And I think this is it.
Oh, no.
They are going to claim that
Is
victory.
it? Or is it?
And it's going to be a fight.
Or is it?
It's under the tower. It gets delayed once more. That Hurricane Dance is still going on.
Benny's here! Oh
Benny's
no!
here.
What?
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
No, I think
No.
that's it. BenQt cannot
Look at
really...
Chakno, look at Chakno! Oh, it is.